How's it going, everybody? Timmy D here with Pullman Standard on assignment with Backstage 360 magazine, and I have Mr. Mark Desmond, curator, founder of High Hopes. Let's talk some shop about today.
All right, thanks, Timmy. This is our annual concert here, the Eris Marienthal and Friends concert. It's being held at the beautiful Hyatt Regency Newport Beach on this beautiful July day, and this is our 21st year, and we're looking forward for next year, our 22nd year, which is 45 years of High Hopes.
You guys have had good weather the last 2 years I've been here, so fingers crossed that next year it'll be nice and sunny. Let's talk a little bit about the concert. We have Eris Marienthal leading the charge, but let's talk about some of the other featured players.
Lee Ritenour. Lee Ritenour is one of our guests here today. Lee is started with the Mamas and Papas and is a phenomenal entertainer. He's won several Grammy Awards as well as Eric has. And then Braun is also here. And Rick's right over there. I just saw him a second ago getting his picture taken. And I had to step and repeat. And Rick is here also as our surprise guest. And we couldn't advertise him, but not this time anyway.
I remember last year with Johnny Mathis, you guys had one heck of a turnout, and you also raised a lot of money with the bidding. Are you going to be doing that again with all the special items?
Well, we hope so. We have a big live auction and then a silent auction, but we even have better items and bigger items this year than last year. We try to outdo ourselves each and every year, and even our VIP party that you're here in the background, we're outdoing ourselves and providing more and more gifts and all sorts of things for our patrons that are here. And some have been here for several years. I'll be announcing in a few minutes how many people have been here, 21 years. So we'll see how many stand up.
That's a long time to keep things going, and continued success, I wish you, and I know we all do at Backstage 360. Is there anything that you would like our readership to know about High Hopes, where they could find you guys and some of the things that you guys are doing outside of this concert?
Sure. Well, first, our website is highhopes.ws or highhopesbraininjury.org, and you can always find information about us. We are constantly growing, helping more and more people. This event provides scholarship assistance to those people that need our services, and we get great results. We get people from around the world and around the county, and we help people achieve things that were supposedly impossible. People learning how to walk for the first time, people regaining their lives. We have a variety of all sorts of people doing amazing things. It's like one of our students was interviewed just a minute ago. We call them students versus patients or clients. She says, miracles happen in High Hopes, and I hope to be one of those miracles, and that's standing and walking. And that was Lynn who just mentioned that, and that's how all our people feel. They always come to us in that kind of situation. They're, some are pretty down and out about their expectations of getting better. But I've been doing this for, 40 plus years, and haven't seen anybody not improve yet. So,
I mean, pardon the pun, but it's always the little steps you got to take. And each little step is just one next accomplishment that you need to get to, especially after a brain injury.
Exactly.
Okay, so I know that's a little bit heavy to talk about, but I hear him say it all the time at the red carpets. And who are you wearing today?
Who are we wearing today? Oh,
you look so dapper. You always look so dapper,
I
though.
just threw it together. I have no idea. I just try to do something a little different. I wear the blazer a lot because it kind of
that's class.
I can put my glasses in here and can see what I'm doing instead of fumbling for my glasses, so it works out pretty good.
Well, you're looking great today. Like I said, continued success for High Hopes. It's a pleasure having you, Mark. Thank you so much. Once again, Timmy D, Mark Desmond for Backstage 360. We'll see you guys in a second.
Hello, this is Alicia Previn for Backstage 360 magazine, and we're here at the beautiful Hyatt Regency Hotel in Newport Beach for the High Hopes event, charity event that helps brain-injured people be able to walk and talk again. It's a wonderful thing. And I'm here with Lee Ritenour, famous, wonderful guitarist from way back. He has such a varied career of jazz and rock and pop and all kinds of things. So thank you for coming. How long have you been doing this?
Well, I've known Eric his whole life. So Eric and Leanne and company have been putting this on for, I guess this is the 21st. And I've probably been involved, I don't know the first time, but I go almost all the way back. So I've done quite a few of them, and I'm glad to keep doing it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic event. It's amazing what you can do. There's a silent auction, and a lot of money is raised for these amazing machines, and people give their testimony of how they couldn't walk or couldn't carry their own weight. And so what you're doing is such an amazing thing, and it's so important. And I know we love to do charity things, and we also have similar friends, but what is it that's your favorite part about the event?
Well, just the fact that everybody's here for the right reason, that it's LA, right, or Southern California, and there's so many charity events out there, but this one has been consistent with its message and with the amount of money that they raise, and it's obviously gotten bigger and better, and the money is going to for the right reasons, to the right places, and they're really helping and making a difference. So it just seems like when I'm playing for the audience, I kind of get a feeling, because I do a fair amount of charity work, and you have a feeling sometimes like people are there because they want to be seen, or they, but this is a rich enclave in Newport Beach. It could be that way. It's not. It's people are here really for all the right reasons.
That's super good. Yeah, and I've seen some of the same people. Like you still have Dennis Moody, always does the sound, and he's so good. And when it comes to the concert, people just melt. They see the passion, they see the incredible performance, the people that come, like yourself, that grace the stage and make it even a better event because you're bringing your particular. You've had such a varied career. I mean, I know that you were jazz, but you also have done a lot of pop. Well, you kind of started with the Mamas and Papas, right? That was early on.
Well, I came from the era where musicians could work at a very young age. You still can, but there was even, as far as sessions and even live concert venues for young musicians. I think it was even much more varied than it is today, and obviously everybody does their recordings. They can do it in their bedroom, and back then I got started young, and one of the first sessions was with the Mamas and the Papas, and somebody had recommended me, but I met all the guitar royalty, including Mondello,
yes.
Yeah, and Howard Roberts and Joe Pass and Kenny Burrell and all the rock guys and the pop guys and the country guys, and everybody kind of accepted me into their ranks, and I was a good student, so I excelled.
Hey, I have a musician question for you, which is, I know my pop, Mondell, used to always say, first you imitate someone and then you bring your own. So was there any particular artist that you particularly were inspired by?
Well, I grew up studying guitar when at a very young age, and also at a point where I could listen to the great, B.B. King was in his prime, Albert King was in his prime, Segovia was there, Sabicas was there, Wes Montgomery, Kenny Burrell, Joe Pass, Howard Roberts, Jim Hall, Barney Kessel, and then Eric Clapton came, and then Jeff Beck came, and Hendrix came. It was just amazing guitar player, Chet Atkins, in every field, because my teachers were saying, now check out this guy Segovia.
Of course.
Check out Chet Atkins, check out Jimi Hendrix, check out Wes Montgomery. And then all of a sudden I was introduced to all these wonderful studio musicians. And I got to play at a club that we were talking about earlier called Dante's, that's no longer there. And all the musicians would come to this club, and on Monday night they would have guitar nights. And I got to play there when I was very young. I remember Les Paul walking in when I was playing there when I was 18. When he was in his 90s, I ran into him at Capitol Records, and I was talking to him, and I said, I just want to acknowledge 100 years ago that we met when I was 18, and he had such an incredible memory that he remembered.
Oh, wow.
And
that's fantastic.
He repeated the night. And then, and your dad was also guitar royalty, because not only was he a fantastic musician and guitarist and studio player, but he also hung out with all those other guys that were the legends, you know. So I felt very lucky to grow up in Los Angeles and be blessed with all this music around me.
That's so big. All those people you mentioned, we all know who they are. We all worship them practically. So that's great. I mean, I'm a violinist, and there weren't a whole lot of jazz violinists that you could listen to back then. But that's great. So today, any particular tunes that you're doing that you're looking forward to doing?
Well, you know, they like me to do some of the classic crossover tunes. So we'll throw in a little jazz, a little funk, a little fusion, a little rock. And it'll be a typical Ritenour performance.
That's wonderful. Oh, I'm looking forward to it so much.
All right.
Well, thank you for doing the interview,
Yeah.
and we will see you up there. And for next year, anything in particular, you're going to be here next year, or maybe not?
I hope so. You know, anytime Eric asks me and I'm in town, you know, sometimes we're traveling during the summer, especially to Europe this time of year. But this year I was home, and he asked me, "Are you going to be around?" I said, "Absolutely," and so I'm glad to be here.
Well, we really appreciate you. Thanks so
Thanks,
much.
sweet.
All right.
And we're back. Timmy D here with Backstage 360, and I'm sitting here with the trumpet player extraordinaire, Mr. Rick Braun. Rick, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Timmy.
So let's talk a little bit about High Hopes, and then get into kind of the conjunction of also this Autism Society and what you work with. But how did you come to work with High Hopes?
Well, Eris Marienthal is one of my dearest friends, and by the way, congratulations to Eric on his granddaughter, Emma. That happens to be my daughter's name, Emma Braun, and of course he texted me the moment that she was born, his Emma. Yes. But one of the reasons that I raise funds for the Autism Society is that my daughter is autistic. And so it's a cause that's dear to my heart. And of course, participating in High Hopes with Eric, I think this is about my fourth appearance with him, and this event, and it's a wonderful event. I know he's raised about $2 million for High Hopes over the years, and you know, we've been doing our event. We've raised about $750,000 for the Autism Society. So it's just. It's a wonderful opportunity to get together and play good music with your friends for a good cause. And of course, he's donated packages for my auction over the years, and I've done the same for him.
So you have a New Year's Eve show that you said is coming up. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about that?
Well, for the last 11 years, I've been hosting Rick Braun signature events with my partner, Sandy Reiser. And so the New Year's Eve show is one of those events, and this year we only have we sell out every year, but at this point we have only about 50 tickets left. So if anyone's interested in coming, we have a very special year this year. We've got Dave Cause, we've got Mindy Abear there, Nick Corleone is going to be there, and it's just going to be an awesome show. So we have a golf tournament, so it's multiple days of entertainment the night before and New Year's Eve, as well as the golf tournament. And then, you know, the river cruises that I host. Last year we went down the Danube River, and we had a wonderful time.
What country is that in?
Oh, well, the Danube cuts down through Germany, and we ended up. It's on the Germany, Austria, kind of that whole area. Yeah.
Okay. Trumpet was my first instrument. I'm curious, do the shoes you wear have anything to do with the warm-up before you start the show? Because I see you're in cash, but still a little bit slick.
Well, you know, my wife bought me these shoes. My wife is a professional shopper, and I love her for that, because I don't really like. I mean, when I think of the clothes I wore when I met her, being an Allentown, Pennsylvania boy, I was not exactly a fashion-conscious person. Now she's got me wearing a Hugo Boss, and I don't know.
You look slick.
I don't even know what these shoes, but I know there's some designer that she knows all about, you know. If we're going to go down that road, we need to bring her into the conversation.
Yeah, well then we'll keep her out for now, but back to the point is for warm-ups. How long, like what is it? I know we're getting away from the High Hopes, but for you as a trumpet player, how long do you use to warm up? How much time do you need before you go on stage?
I'm not a big warmer-upper. I like to think of my instrument.
It's a very technical term, by the way. Warmer-upper.
No, I just kind of hit it and quit it. You know, I figure
My man.
there's only a certain number of good notes in my horn per night, and so I don't like to waste them out of the public's eye.
You and me both, brother. You and me both. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Rick Braun. I really appreciate it. One more thing, where can people find you and also the websites for the Autism Society?
The best place to find out, the simplest place, is if you remember my name, Rick Braun. rickbraun.com is my website, and then you can see everything you need to see about the special events.
Well, there you go, Rick Braun. For once again, Mr. Rick Braun, thank you so much. Timmy D for Backstage 360, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. Thanks, man. Thank you so much.
And we're back with 360 Magazine, and we're here with Mary Desmond, who is a young and very beautiful lady that is the daughter of Mark Desmond, who's the curator of High Hopes Charity. So this is the second time I've interviewed Mary, and she's here singing for all the dinner guests with a wonderful band. I mean, you couldn't get better than LA musicians. She's getting to play with the cream. So how are you enjoying it so far?
I honestly look forward to this concert every year, and it seems to come so fast and be done so fast, honestly. But it's always so fun, especially when I get to sing in the VIP party. This was my 4th year singing at the VIP party, and being a part of this event in that way is really something that makes me happy, because I get to show who I am through music and support High Hopes.
Yeah, well, that's fantastic. I mean, because I'm a daughter of, but you know, you are your own right, what you do. So I understand totally what you're saying. And did you learn some new tunes? Are you have a big repertoire now of jazz tunes, or are you learning a lot of other stuff? Tell me about what you've been doing this year.
So yeah, I've been learning some new jazz tunes that I played in there or sang in there, and I've been doing that. I've been making my repertoire larger with jazz, but also pop, soul music, kind of hitting all of the different genres to make me well-rounded as a singer, and I really enjoy that. I really enjoy being able to step into different genres, and I love singing jazz. I love it so much. But yeah, this year I'm studying music in school, and throughout that I've always had music as a passion in my life, but learning a lot more technique in music and in voice has really helped me, and really helps me continue further and know that this is what I'm passionate about.
Well, that's fantastic, because one of the keys to keeping going is not only just kind of reinventing yourself, learning new things, but are you interested in writing, or are you learning how to actually write your music down, or that kind of thing in music theory? Or?
Yes, so I am learning how to arrange in arranging classes, and also I've been songwriting for a while, music and lyrics too. So yeah, I'm continuing on that path as well.
That's good. I love songwriting too. That's so good that you're doing that, because it's your passion. So that's why you are expanding and you're learning, and you're always going to be learning. I started jazz when I was very young, and then I put it aside for a while to do contemporary music. So you have other bands where you're doing the other kinds of music. Tell me a little bit about that.
So a lot of times I will go out to venues and play by myself with me and a guitar, and that's mostly contemporary stuff that I do there and some of my originals. Or I will have a second guitarist come with me. And at my school, in my music program, I'm a part of a commercial music band that is an 8-piece band, and we play a lot of familiar tunes. And yeah, so those are different ensembles that I'm a part of, and going around and playing.
So what's your favorite direction then? I mean, I know you love playing jazz. Jazz is for the soul, and it's something you'll constantly, I feel like I'll never stop learning it.
Yeah.
But is there something in particular, especially your own writing?
I think my favorite thing really is I love being by myself and performing by myself. That's fun, but I love sharing the stage with other people and other musicians, and getting to do that every year here with the Ron Kobayashi trio is awesome. Yeah. So I love just being a part of something and being a part of a band because you can play off other musicians and kind of see what happens, especially when it's with crazy pros like this, you know?
Absolutely. Well, you've got everything going for you. You've got the greatest musicians around here. You've got hopes. You're being trained, and you're doing this wonderful charity. And so I love your attitude. I love everything about the way you are developing yourself, and yet you love the cooperation of musicians because that's what it's all about. I mean, it's all about a lot of times the silence more than the actual notes, right? So thank you so much for doing this.
Of course.
And what else do you have? Anything else you want to share with us that you're going to be doing for next year or in between now and next year?
Well, I'll be expanding my repertoire up till next year, so we have some new tunes next year. And I'm planning on releasing an EP later this summer in August of all original music.
You got good people to mix it and master it.
Yeah.
Well, of course you do. Of course she does. Yes. So anyway, can you ask for more beauty and more talent and more everything? She's got it all, and we thank you so much for today. And this is Alicia Previn for Backstage 360.
Bye.
Bye for now.
How's it going, everybody? Timmy D back with Backstage 360 magazine, and I'm sitting here with Terri McDonald, the Miss Pacific Coast.
Yes, Miss Pacific Coast 2019 America, and I am your 2019 Miss America contestant in August.
So being a Miss America, I would say candidate for being a contestant, you have to hold a title of obviously Miss Pacific Coast, Miss California. What does it take to get into that next tier of being in that pageant?
Well, it takes a lot of hard work, definitely a lot of hard work. We have to be, as everybody just assumes, you have to be beautiful and gorgeous, and it's just because it's called a beauty pageant, it's not all about looks. And of course, all the girls I'm in the beauty pageant with are beautiful, but not only are they beautiful, they're beautiful inside and out. You definitely have to have a beautiful heart, a beautiful soul. That is a requirement. And when I say that, you have to be able to go out and help others like I'm doing today. This is an amazing platform with high hopes and helping brain injury patients. But all the girls in the pageant, that's what we have to be involved with, helping others, whether it's the homeless, which is my platform, or helping cystic fibrosis, or helping, leukemia patients. No matter what it is, that's what a beauty pageant contestant is all about. We need to have an education, have a platform, have a cause, have substance, as you would call it.
Now, another thing, you are a registered nurse, so that took a lot of schooling to get there. So that is one more badge to wear on being Miss Pacific Coast, but getting to that next level. Is there anything as far as to the younger generation, that until the younger Miss Teen this and Miss Teen that, some advice to them, please?
My advice to them is stick to it. It's going to be a lot of hard work, no matter what. Because I work full-time 5 days a week. I'm doing charities on the weekends. When I come home from work, I'm still working. I'm getting ready for the pageants. It's go. Sometimes it can be stressful. Sometimes I can be in my car and I'm like, oh my gosh, I just want to give up. But you know what? Don't give up. It's so worth it at the end. And when you're getting ready and you're in college right now, or you're in school, keep going to school. Keep going to get that degree, because once you have that degree, I love my job, guys. I love doing what I do as a nurse. So get that degree. Whatever your passion is, go for it, because it's all worth it at the end. I can't tell you how much I love what I do, and I love being in the pageant, especially the Miss America pageant system. I love it.
So you would say that if you had to wrap it up in one word, it would be tenacious.
Yes. Tenacity is the key word. Tenacity. Go for it.
Tough times come and go, but the tough people, they stick around, right?
Got it.
Oh my gosh, Terri McDonald.
I'm gonna fist bump you on
Yes,
that
ma'am. So anywhere that people, obviously we want to promote what you're up to. So the Miss America pageant, and working on that. Is there a place that people can find you aside from obviously the Facebook, the Twitter, and Instagram? Is there a website and organizations that you work with that you'd like to promote to our readership?
Yeah, you can go onto my Instagram, which is ms.pacificcoastamerica2019.com.
Okay.
And you can also find me on Facebook at Miss Pacific Coast 2000 or Miss Pacific Coast America 2019 is.
That's awesome. And then any societies you'd like to promote that you're working with, you said?
I'm working with the United Way, and I'm also working with Share Hope USA because I'm working with the homeless.
There you go. Well, thank you so much for sharing some time with us. Once again, Miss Terri McDonald, my name is Timmy D for Backstage 360. Rock and roll.